Our final stop for today is Qasr Al Hosn, which is the oldest building in Abu Dhabi. It was built in 1761 as a watchtower just to protect the only freshwater well in the area. Since then it was expanded, a couple of rulers lived here, and now it's a museum for the Historical Society. This was the original watchtower. It was built in 1791. This complex is now owned by the Historical Society, and basically here you can learn about how Abu Dhabi started as just the small watchtower into the magnificent emirate that Abu Dhabi is today.
An interesting story we just learned about was a woman by the name of Al Jalila helped stop invaders from taking over Abu Dhabi by firing a rifle into the air every evening to make people think that there was a new ruler so that nobody would try to take over.
After the fort, you also get to go into an artisan museum where we get to see some artisans at work. And we've been getting out really late. As you can see, we always say good afternoon instead of good morning. And that's because it's so much better to hang out in the evenings in these countries because it's so much cooler to be hanging out, cooler temperature wise, not like cool, man. So that's why we're out today. Really hot.
Good afternoon. We are checking out Warner Brothers World in Abu Dhabi, and pretty sure this is the one of its only kind just dedicated exclusively to Warner Brothers property. It should be good. It's all inside, so there's no issues of getting sunburned or anything. And yeah, just excited to check this out.
Hey Michael, what do you think the lines are gonna look like?
I don't know, it looks pretty swamped. I think I saw that there was like 1,200 plus parking spaces available in the parking lot, so I don't know if we're getting in. What's been kind of cool about the couple places we've been to is just the fake props and such that they have. It's just really cool seeing all this stuff in real life. Well, we just finished the Warner Brother World here in Abu Dhabi, and overall, I mean, it's pretty satisfying. I think there's something that people of all ages will be able to find something to be entertained by here.
We did most of the rides. We skipped a couple of them that were like, you know, we just don't need to do that one today.
Shake us around a little too much than we'd like to be.
But they had a lot of 3D rides that were fun that kind of put on glasses and then you go through different things, which is always fun and different from your typical amusement park. A lot of different cool things when you're standing in line, even though we had no lines to stand in, where you can kind of learn more about the characters, the scenarios you're going through. So that was a lot of fun. And because of what's going on in the world, some things were closed, so I don't feel like we got as much as we could out of it. But it is what it is, and we had a good time.
Yeah, overall, just a really fun time. We are wrapping our time up here in the United Arab Emirates and wanted to give our final thoughts. I think we just need to start off by we are leaving United Arab Emirates a lot sooner than we have the other Arab countries that we had visited recently, with Jordan, Egypt, Oman, and now here, all in a row. So just coming from that thought process, understand that we did not do 3/4 as much as we did in other Arab countries.
And the reason is because we've done a lot of the things in other countries that you can do here. So, for example, we didn't do a desert tour because we did a desert tour in Egypt and we did a desert tour in Oman. So it's kind of like, okay, there's only so much dune buggies you can do on the desert. We're good, we got it. So we didn't go to the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi because we've gone to quite a few mosques. Even in Turkey, that's where we first saw our first real mosques. And so if you're visiting Abu Dhabi, you absolutely should go and see it. But we didn't, mostly because we were just resetting ourselves and tired from the day. The UAE, though, itself, even though we spent the least amount of time here of the Arab countries, is very international. And I knew that before coming here. I knew that it's like 5% of the population, at least in Dubai, is actually from the Emirates. I think it's a little bit higher here in Abu Dhabi. But I didn't really realize it until where we were staying had a very large population of other countries. You saw people in Indian dress and Pakistani dress. You saw Africans. It was a big mixture of people, which was kind of fun because you had a lot of different languages and food and all sorts of different things. So I thought that was really fun about Dubai. One thing you should really consider about going to the UAE is it's expensive. And you have to acknowledge that and be okay with that. We were able to eat in our hotel rooms, like the one we have here in Abu Dhabi. We have basically a little kitchenette, so we were able to eat breakfast and dinner somewhere, but we were able to get lunch somewhere, which is typical of our travel arrangements. But even when we did go out, you know, the meal would be about $50 for a hamburger, a wrap, and a Coke. Like, be prepared for that. But the transportation is super duper cheap and super efficient, both in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And even though it takes a while to get anywhere, mostly because everything is super duper spread out, it's still very efficient and everyone uses it. And I thought it was really easy to use. So budget travelers can make it work. But if you want to go somewhere like WB World, you're going to spend a lot of money. I mean, that's an amusement park. But if you want to go to the Grand Mosque, that's free. If you want to go to that beautiful fort we went to, that was very cheap, and the very nice man gave us a discount because he liked Americans. So the UAE is a very interesting, beautiful place.
And again, because we've been to so many countries that have very similar atmospheres so often, so many times in a row getting to this point, that's why we didn't necessarily experience as much as a typical tourist might experience when they come to the UAE. But understand that everything that you think you could probably do here, you can do here, and you should absolutely do here. So overall, really enjoyed what we did end up doing here in UAE. And yeah, you should absolutely come here.